Welcome to the Prep Beat. I'm TJ Holmes. Alongside next to me, as always, Thomas Lawrence. We are previewing Week 1, Game of the Week, West Valley at Shasta. Both these teams got victories last week. West Valley's won the past two in this meeting. And they moved up to being the unanimous number 1 in Division 2 in this week's media poll. So this is a big matchup on both sides.
Yeah, the Eagles, not a defending section champion, but really seen as a team to beat in the northern section, at least early on. I mean, they've got the best rushing tandem there is in the North State. We've talked about it a lot. Austin Clark and Brady Castleman. It's also a big night for their quarterback, sophomore Cody Karpinski. Not his varsity debut, but his debut against a northern section opponent. They beat Del Norte last week of the North Coast section, and he comes in now, our record Searchlight Game of the Week against Shasta, a big one.
Yeah, and Shasta got off to a great start last week against Anderson. They got the win 36-7. The defense shut them down all night, basically. The offense got some points on the board. So it was a nice confidence booster to get the season going. Anytime you get some confidence to start the season going against a team that is favored, that's got to help going into that. Especially when you're going to be going against teams that are like West Valley's going to be favored pretty much the whole season. What are some keys to this game? You're going to be down there at Thompson Field to cover this. What's going to be something to look for as a matchup this week?
I was talking to Shasta defensive coordinator Kirk Ramage, and we both know a guy that loves to blitz, and they're going to do that a bit this time. And if they're able to get back there through to Karpinski, get him a little bit shaken, on the road in a varsity game for the first time, a big game, if they can take out a little bit of that passing game for West Valley, which is sparing anyway, they can really key in on that run game, which is so tough to stop.
Another big running team is Oakdale from the Sac Joaquin section. They were the NorCal champion in Division 2 last year. Enterprise is going down to take on Oakdale on Friday night. This is a big-time matchup, not only for Enterprise, but for the whole section. Oakdale runs a wing T. They run it. It's one of the best teams in the state that run that system. But Enterprise really feels like they have the defensive front this season that they can actually stop this Oakdale team.
And Enterprise has a lot of confidence against Sac Joaquin section teams. You remember you were there last year. The last 2 years they've beaten Del Campo, a good Sac Joaquin team. So they know that they can't. They can beat more than northern section teams. This is a confident bunch, despite the fact they got a bunch of new pieces going.
Another Sac Joaquin section team, Elk Grove. They're hosting Foothill. This is a big time matchup too. Elk Grove is in the top 10 in the state, even in the division, the bowl game rankings for Division 1. This is a big time team. They went far last year, had 12 wins. Against a Foothill team that struggled against a Reed from Nevada last week.
Yeah, Reed got that game 38-28 at Foothill, and Foothill's facing a team in Elk Grove that went 12-2 last year, the runner-up in Sac Joaquin D2, and a lot of good parts of that team back. It's going to be an incredible challenge for the Cougars, still looking for that first win in Coach Joey Brown's era. And it's the second year of the Corey Hine era in Red Bluff, and they're heading to Harrison Stadium in Oroville this week. A repeat of Week 1 from last year. They got a big win at home against Oroville last year. They're looking to do that again. And Oroville, a team that's really struggled against its D1 contemporaries in the last few years.
Red Bluff didn't play Week 0. This is their season opener. This will really be nice for them to really see what their new offense and defense look like outside of a scrimmage, basically, against a team in a real game situation. Looking at some other games, it's Week 1, so every team in the northern section is playing this week. Some other games, you got CV going to Astoria, both looking for their first win. That's on Saturday at University of Oregon in a big bowl game kind of atmosphere there. You got Anderson's hosting Orland. Orland starting off their season. They beat them last year. Trinity's hosting North Coast section Arcata. They weren't able to beat Wairika last week, so they got still looking for that first win. Then I'll be at this game, Mount Shasta at UPRA. The Bears still without running back Eli Chapman, but they were able to get a win last week and end their 16-game losing streak. Then you got an 8-man football, Reading Christian playing at Princeton this week.
Yeah, I saw Reading Christian against Mercy last week. They set a school record with 70 points and a 70-18 win, and they're looking to roll back to that section championship game and get the win this time. And other action this week you see in Division 4, Bernie goes to Portola, the defending D4 champion, and Fall River heads south to Biggs to take on the Wolverines.
And for all these scores late Friday night, make sure you check out prepbeat.com to stay up to date on all the scores and highlights from this week's action.